like I'm not even trying to be funny. Like they've never been one to innovate the technology. It's always been about innovating cost and production.
Yeah, but Sneed, wasn't Samsung finally catching up with Apple with its 5 years of updates, and Apple's been doing it for the last I don't know, since 2017, 2018 with
right,
the
exactly.
Well, what does that have to do with performance?
Right, yeah. Well, the thing that has to do with performance is when Apple makes a chip like CPU, GPU, NPU, all those parts of the SoC, those iPhone SoCs have always been a year or two ahead of the comparative Qualcomm. Like if you look at the A18 Pro right now versus, well, actually this year Qualcomm is getting closer. But like last year is a prime example because it's been like this for several years. Look at like the A17 Pro in the iPhone at the time versus the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. The iPhone smoked it. And then the Mac chips with the M series Mac chips.
No. You're missing the point. It's not about the chip. I'm talking about the entire package. What everybody has had to negotiate every step of the way was a lesser display, was a lesser cellular performer, a lesser Wi-Fi performer, a lesser charging performer. I mean, the list goes on and on. You were always getting less when you were getting an iPhone. You sacrificed it so you could have the Apple ecosystem.
Right.
It was literally a trade-off. There was never a version where the hardware of the iPhone was better than any Android flagship. That never happened.
Never happened. Never.
Not even with the iPhone 10.
No.
How is that better than anything that came out that year from the flagship Androids?
Well, because it used the Android modem.
That's one piece. I'm talking about the entire phone.
That phone was revolutionary.
Well, it wasn't that phone also throttled, right?
Yep.
So it wasn't actually the full capabilities.
If Apple gave you the best hardware they could, they'd sell you the damn phone for $2,000.
Oh my God! But Apple throttled it like that because Apple know better than everybody else.
But you get what I'm saying?
And I say that sarcastically.
But you know what I mean, though.
I'm reading the cell mapper, and this is interesting. It's saying that the C1 modem is going to have a problem with band 14 and band 71.
Where's that at? I mean, what bands are those? Did that
Band 71 is
AT&T and T-Mobile.
I'm trying to. Here we go. So it says, okay. So this guy named Informal Major 8 hours ago. I'm curious to see how it stacks up against Qualcomm. They have to be optimized for so many frequencies across so many providers across the world. It will be interesting to see the real world difference and how it handles speeds and also cell performance range, cell edge performance, and band and cell switching. One thing I'm confused at is the EU models lack 14 and 71 because Apple doesn't have to pay Qualcomm for the frequencies. I don't see the purpose in activating those frequencies. Then the guy responds way down, right? He's saying the same 14 and 71 problem is also on the new C1 modem, according to GSM Arena. In practice, it doesn't make any difference, though, since those frequencies are not used where the phones are sold. You just have to make sure to roam and buy an eSIM on Verizon in USA. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
But I thought AT&T and Apple are best pals.
So the EU version of the 16E is going to have issues roaming in the United States for the 2026 World Cup and Olympics. That's interesting.
That's terrible.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, that's garbage truck juice right there.